The Nigerian Bar Association and Civil Rights Group on Monday warned that Central Bank of Nigerian Governor Mr. Godwin Emefiele's involvement in politics was threatening the 2023 elections. They also said his membership of the All Progressive Congress had eroded the credibility of the Apex Bank, where sensitive materials are kept during elections. Prominent Nigerians who spoke separately to the Punch condemned Emefiele's APC membership and his failure to resign while allegedly plotting to contest the 2023 presidential election. But the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, in a statement by Rotimi Oyekami, the chief press secretary to its chairman, said it had taken notice of the latest revelation of Emefiele. It added that it might move ballot papers from the CBN votes. The chairman of the APC Ward 6 of the Ika South local government area of Delta State, Mr. Unduka Erikpume, had on Sunday confirmed Emefiele's membership of the ruling party, saying the CBN governor registered as far back as February 2021. Three support groups had last week bought APC 100 million naira presidential form and expression of interest forms for the CBN governor. A source on Sunday told the Punch that Emefiele would on Monday, yesterday, at the Federal High Court in Abuja seek a constitutional interpretation on his continuous stay in office amidst his presidential ambition. In a suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/610/2022 and filed on May 5th, the CBN governor asked the court to declare that he could participate in any political party's presidential primary pool and could only resign 30 days to the election. In the suit filed by his lawyer, Mike Oziekome, and has Inec and the Attorney General of the Federation as plaintiffs, Emefiele argued that he was free from Section 84(12) of the new Electoral Act because he is a public servant and not a political appointee. He is also seeking an order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendants, whether by themselves, their agents, servants, or privies, or any legal representative from hindering, stopping, or precluding the plaintiff from participating, voting, or being voted for at the Congress or convention of any political party of his choice for the purpose of the nomination of the candidates for the election to the office of the President or any other office under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. The court on Monday refused the plaintiff's request but summoned Inec and the Attorney General of the Federation to appear before it on May 12 to show cause why the CBN governor's demand should not be granted. Currently, the National Assembly and the People's Democratic Party (PDP) have appealed the judgment of a federal high court in Owerri, which ordered the removal of Section 84(12) from the new Electoral Act. Shortly after Emefiele went to court and his membership in the APC came to the fore, Inec disclosed that it was reviewing its relationship with the CBN. The chief press secretary to Inec chairman, Oyekami, in the statement he issued in Abuja, stated that the commission would take action concerning sensitive materials which were being kept in the custody of the CBN during the election. He was reacting to the observation made by some critics, including a human rights lawyer, Ebun Oluwa Adegberuwa, on the implication of Emefiele's ambition. Adegberuwa had, in a statement titled "The Comedy of Emefiele's Case," raised the alarm over the safety of Inec's materials in CBN votes. Oyekami said the strategic partnership between the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec), which enables the Commission to store its sensitive election materials with the CBN, has been in place for many years and beneficial in several ways. Indeed, there have been various reports that the CBN governor is nursing an intention to run for the office of the president, but he has yet to formally declare his intention to run for the office of president as of today. However, If and when he eventually does, the Commission will look at the implications and take a decision on what becomes of the long-standing strategic relationship with the CBN. Adegberowa said, by the decision of the Supreme Court in Akanlade versus Inec, there is no competent suit filed by Mr. Emefiele pending before the court for adjudication. The affidavit in support of the originating summons and indeed the affidavit of urgency were both disposed to by counsel on his behalf in flagrant violation of Rule 20 of RPC. An originating summon cannot be determined in the Federal High Court without a competent affidavit in support thereof. By his status, Emefiele is an employee of the CBN. Any case to determine his status or eligibility should be filed at the National Industrial Court. So long as Emefiele earns a salary as a CBN employee, he should not dream of contesting the election while still holding on to his office. It is an insult to our collective psyche as a people. Sensitive election materials are always kept in CBN office nationwide by Inec. Unknown to Nigerians, the Emefiele, as governor of CBN, had been a politician all his life. The political party that owns the presidential ticket that Emefiele wants to grab is not a party in his court case, contrary to extant laws and practice. On his part, the National Publicity Secretary of the NBA, Dr. Rapolo Nduka, in a chat with the Punch, said the CBN governor's involvement in politics had tainted the election process. He said, inasmuch as I don't want to speak on the issue of the suit because it is already in court, I think that common sense would dictate that if a document or sensitive electoral material are in the custody of someone and the person is also contesting an election, it speaks volume, even if the person is righteous, has integrity, and is strict when it comes to keeping the materials. It still paints the picture that the process is tainted. On the issue of whether Emefiele should contest or not, the NBA spokesperson said, I'll leave it to the court to decide since a suit has been filed already. Asked if the NBA would like to be joined in the suit as a defendant, he said, I believe that all the parties will do a good job in trying to hold their positions. So I don't think the presence of the NBA will make any difference or make whatever the court decide to be skewed in one way or the other. The only thing is that everyone is watching. The whole world is watching. The judges are actually also on trial because everyone is waiting to hear and to see what they will make as their decision. The NBA will not be a part of the suit because we are also watching. But former Inec National Commissioner Professor Lai Olurode, in an interview with The Punch, said despite Emefiele's interest in APC presidential ticket, Nigerians should not entertain any fear. He said, I think Emefiele is just an individual. Even if the current chairman of the Inec, Muhammad Yakubu, decides to contest as it is being rumored, though he denied it, I don't see why we should nurse a sense of trepidation. It is because we have not focused so much on institution building. Once we have institutions, there won't be fear. Emefiele, as the central bank governor, has just a vote. We should begin to limit the role of an individual, otherwise it will lead to dictatorship.